Every morning, millions of people wake up, grab their phones, and immediately start scrolling through a sea of notifications, messages, and updates. It's the first thing we do almost instinctively, as if our smartphones hold the secret to starting the day right. But here's the striking part. Recent research has shown that this habit, this innocent encounter with the digital world, can increase our anxiety levels by 30% even before we get out of bed. Our smartphones aren't just gadgets in our hands. They're gateways to a daily stress test we didn't sign up for. Today, we'll delve into how modern technologies are not just changing our modes of communication, but fundamentally impacting our mental health, reshaping our well-being. Understanding this influence is crucial for navigating digital life successfully. Stay with us as we explore effective strategies to reclaim inner peace and, perhaps, even sanity. In a world where constant connectivity often feels more like a curse than a convenience, this is particularly important. If you find value in what we're unpacking here, I encourage you to subscribe to our channel and share this video with someone who might benefit from it. Part 1. Disassociate wealth from happiness. You don't require wealth to discover happiness. This notion isn't new but is deeply ingrained in Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches us that true happiness isn't found in our bank balances, but within ourselves. Stoic philosophers such as Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius argued that genuine happiness arises from self-acceptance, virtue, and directing our focus towards what we can control rather than external possessions or status symbols. Consider this: how often have we heard tales of lottery winners or the extremely wealthy who find themselves no happier than the average person? It's because happiness derived from wealth is fleeting. While wealth can purchase comfort, comfort isn't synonymous with happiness. Stoicism teaches us to pursue happiness through mastering ourselves and finding inner peace, rather than accumulating more material possessions. The philosophy advises against directly linking wealth to our happiness, instead urging us to reassess our priorities. It prompts us to contemplate what truly enriches our lives. Often it's the intangible aspects, relationships, experiences, and personal growth that bring genuine joy. These are facets of life that endure despite economic fluctuations. By disconnecting our self-worth from our financial worth, we unlock the potential to find contentment with less and to appreciate the simplicity and authenticity of a life not fixated on material gain. So, how can we begin to separate our happiness from our financial status? It commences with a change in perspective. Each day, take moments to reflect on the small blessings and cultivate gratitude for what you already possess, rather than lamenting what you lack. Practice mindfulness to remain present and avoid being consumed by the relentless pursuit of more. These actions not only alleviate financial stress but enrich your life with a profound sense of fulfillment that cannot be purchased with money. Embracing this Stoic principle may not alter your financial circumstances overnight, but it will transform your perception of them, marking a vital step towards a happier, more contented life. Part 2. Cease blaming others. It may feel uncomfortable, but it's a crucial step toward adopting a more stoic approach to life. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, and one thing firmly within our control is how we choose to respond to the actions of others and to our circumstances. Blaming others is an easy escape. It allows us to evade responsibility, and perhaps more significantly, it prevents us from making challenging changes within ourselves. However, Stoic philosophy would argue differently. External events are beyond our control, but our reactions to them are entirely within our grasp. Marcus Aurelius frequently emphasized the power of our internal responses, asserting that peace originates not from managing our environment but from managing our reactions to it. When we blame others, we relinquish our power. Essentially, we declare that our happiness and well-being hinge on the actions of others or the circumstances of life. This contradicts the core teachings of Stoicism. Stoics aim for emotional self-sufficiency. They strive to cultivate inner peace that is independent of external factors, including the actions of others. So, what's the practical approach here? Begin by recognizing moments when you feel compelled to blame others. Ask yourself, what role did I play in this situation? How can I handle this situation more effectively in the future? This isn't about self-condemnation, but about reclaiming your agency by acknowledging your own part in shaping your experiences. Shifting from blame to accountability can profoundly influence your personal and professional relationships. It fosters a mindset focused on finding solutions rather than assigning blame, a far more constructive approach. Imagine a workplace where accountability and proactive problem-solving replace blame, a culture shift that embracing Stoic principles can promote. This transformation won't occur overnight. It demands patience, practice, and persistence. Yet, every step taken toward refraining from blame and embracing responsibility is a step toward a more empowered and emotionally resilient life. The Stoics understood this well, and their wisdom remains as pertinent today in our modern, interconnected world. Part 3. Cease living to please others. As social beings, we naturally seek acceptance, belonging, and community approval. However, Stoicism presents a compelling counter-argument. Stoic philosophers such as Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius asserted that our primary obligation is to ourselves, to our own reason and judgment. Epictetus, especially, emphasized the significance of prioritizing our own conduct and decisions over becoming ensnared in the opinions and validation of others. He believed that true freedom originates from internal conviction rather than seeking external validations. When you live to please others, you essentially entrust your happiness to their judgment. You conform your actions, suppress your genuine thoughts, and sometimes compromise your values to gain approval or avoid disapproval. According to Stoic philosophy, this path leads directly to discontent and inner turmoil. It results in living a life that isn't authentically yours, shaped by the preferences and expectations of others. So how do we liberate ourselves from this pattern? It begins with a straightforward yet profound shift in perspective. Start by valuing your own approval above anyone else's. This entails clarifying your values, principles, and aspirations. What holds the most significance for you? What kind of person do you aspire to be? These are not questions to be answered once, but require ongoing introspection and honesty. Another practical step is establishing boundaries. Stoicism teaches us the importance of saying no when situations conflict with our core values. This isn't about being dismissive, but about respecting yourself enough to prioritize your own needs and peace of mind. Remember, placing yourself first isn't selfish, it's essential for genuine happiness and integrity. Embracing this Stoic principle also means being prepared for potential repercussions. Not everyone will comprehend or appreciate your newfound independence, and that's acceptable. Stoicism doesn't promise a life devoid of conflict, but one where you find peace in your decisions because they authentically reflect who you are. Ending the habit of living to please others isn't about disregarding the feelings or needs of those around you. It's about ensuring that the choices you make are fundamentally your own, and that the direction of your life is a conscious choice rather than an imposition. Part 4. Stop avoiding risks. Stoicism advocates not shying away from danger or change, but instead facing them with courage and virtue. Stoic philosophers believe that confronting challenges directly is not only a test of character, but an essential step in personal growth and fulfillment. Life's most meaningful experiences often involve risk, whether it's changing careers, relocating to a new city, starting a business, or embarking on a new relationship. Each of these endeavors carries uncertainty and the potential for failure. However, Stoicism teaches us that the outcome isn't the most crucial factor, rather, it's our response to challenges and what we learn from the experience that truly matters. Marcus Aurelius frequently emphasized the importance of confronting adversity with bravery and clarity, viewing each challenge as an opportunity to cultivate virtues such as courage, resilience, and integrity. This perspective reframes our perception of risk from something to be feared to something inherently valuable, a chance to demonstrate and deepen our character, and to live in alignment with our values. Embracing risk doesn't mean acting recklessly. Stoicism advocates for calculated risks, making well-thought-out decisions where potential benefits outweigh potential setbacks. It involves asking ourselves, what are the best and worst possible outcomes? Am I prepared to handle the worst-case scenario? How does this decision align with my long-term goals? Stoics believe in using reason and wisdom to guide these decisions, rather than acting impulsively out of fear. Avoiding risks may mean missing out on opportunities for success, happiness, and personal growth. Every time we hesitate to take a risk, it's essential to reflect on whether our decision stems from genuine concern and rational thinking, or simply from fear of failure. In Stoicism, the focus lies on nurturing our internal virtues and staying true to them, rather than fixating on external results. Let's challenge ourselves to step beyond our comfort zones and view risks as necessary steps toward a more authentic and fulfilling life. Each risk we embrace contributes to building resilience and strengthening our character, shaping us into more capable individuals. Ultimately, isn't personal growth and fulfillment what we all strive for? Part 5. Take charge of your finances. This habit encourages us to adopt a Stoic approach to our financial life. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we have control over, and our finances are a prime example of something within our grasp that, when managed wisely, can lead to greater personal freedom and security. Stoics advocate for living a virtuous life guided by reason, which includes being rational and disciplined in our financial dealings. It's not just about increasing income, but also about prudent money management. Neglecting your financial situation is akin to disregarding a crucial aspect of your life's foundation. Consider this: financial stress can disrupt your peace of mind and divert your attention from moral and ethical pursuits. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, would argue that financial prudence is integral to living a virtuous life because it fosters order and harmony in our personal affairs. Taking control of your finances requires proactive steps. Begin by assessing your current financial status, your income, debts, expenses, and savings. Understanding where you stand is the initial step toward gaining control. From there, set realistic financial goals. Are you aiming to become debt-free, build your savings, or perhaps venture into investing? Stoicism emphasizes not just accumulating wealth, but using resources wisely to support life goals and virtues. Additionally, adopt a Stoic mindset toward consumption. Stoics value simplicity and self-sufficiency. Reflect on your spending habits. How much of your spending is essential? Do your purchases align with your values, or are they driven by impulse or temporary gratification? Stoicism teaches us to find fulfillment not in material possessions, but in our inner lives and our ability to reason and connect with others. Moreover, Stoicism offers practical tools to handle financial uncertainty, such as negative visualization, contemplating worst-case scenarios to prepare effectively. For example, if you fear losing your job, consider how you would manage financially. What expenses could you reduce, and how could you increase your income? This isn't about dwelling on negatives, but about proactive preparation, which reduces anxiety and enhances your ability to manage unforeseen challenges. Embracing this approach involves integrating Stoic discipline into your financial decisions. It's about creating a buffer against chaos through thoughtful planning and reasoned decision-making, ensuring that money supports your pursuit of a meaningful and virtuous life rather than detracting from it. Part 6. Stop neglecting personal development. Stoic philosophers, such as Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, emphasized the importance of continual self-improvement. They viewed the pursuit of wisdom as a daily endeavor, believing that each day presents an opportunity to learn, refine character, and fortify oneself against life's challenges. Seneca's letters abound with advice on self-education, reflection on experiences, and learning from both successes and failures. His famous counsel, "And as long as you live, keep learning how to live," underscores the Stoic commitment to ongoing personal development. How can we apply this Stoic principle to our lives today? It begins by embracing the notion that personal growth isn't merely optional but essential to our existence. This involves actively dedicating time to growth-oriented activities, whether reading, taking courses, practicing new skills, or engaging in deep reflection and meditation. It requires cultivating curiosity and maintaining an open mind, always ready to glean lessons from every experience and interaction. Another impactful Stoic practice for personal development is journaling. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, essentially his personal journal, illustrates the power of reflecting on thoughts and behaviors. Documenting experiences, lessons learned, areas for improvement, and feelings about various aspects of life can provide clarity and promote progress. It solidifies insights gained and prepares one for future challenges. Stoicism encourages us to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to avoid. Instead of shying away from difficult situations or demanding tasks, Stoics advocate embracing them as arenas to strengthen virtues and apply acquired wisdom. This approach not only accelerates personal development, but also cultivates resilience, a core Stoic virtue. Halting the neglect of personal development means recognizing that growth is an ongoing journey, not a destination. It entails committing oneself to continuous learning and evolution, perpetually striving to become a better, wiser, and more virtuous individual. This commitment aligns closely with the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with our own nature and the nature of the world around us. By nurturing personal development, we equip ourselves to lead more effective, fulfilling, and meaningful lives. Part 7. Stop spending beyond your means. Stoicism advocates for a life of simplicity and moderation, prioritizing needs over desires. This principle goes beyond mere financial saving. It cultivates a mindset that values long-term well-being over immediate gratification. Stoic philosophers like Seneca warned against the dangers of extravagance and extolled the virtues of self-restraint. They argued that true wealth stems from self-sufficiency rather than the accumulation of material possessions. This perspective remains highly relevant today, especially in a consumer-driven culture that often encourages constant spending and accumulating debt to sustain lifestyles beyond our financial means. To align with this Stoic principle, begin by evaluating your spending habits. Are your purchases driven by genuine needs or by attempts to fill emotional voids? Stoicism encourages detachment of pleasure from material possessions, redirecting focus towards self-improvement and the cultivation of personal virtues. Creating a budget is a practical application of Stoic principles to personal finances. It involves understanding what is essential for living and setting limits to prevent overspending. This process requires distinguishing between necessities and luxuries, prioritizing expenses that align with your core values and long-term aspirations. For example, investing in education or health might take precedence over upgrading to a newer model of car. Another Stoic practice is cultivating contentment with what you have. Regular reflections on the abundance in your life, rather than focusing on what is lacking, can foster gratitude and shift focus from consumption-driven to value-driven living. Embracing this mindset also entails preparing for financial fluctuations. Stoicism teaches us to anticipate and accept changes in financial circumstances without succumbing to panic. By living within your means and saving prudently, you create a financial safety net that promotes equanimity in the face of economic uncertainty. Halting the habit of overspending isn't just about exercising financial discipline, it's about aligning your financial behaviors with Stoic virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. This approach not only ensures financial stability, but also contributes to a more serene and meaningful life, where self-worth is defined by personal character and values rather than material possessions. Part 8. Stop resisting change. The Stoics believed that change is not just an external event to endure, but an opportunity to cultivate virtues such as resilience, adaptability, and courage. Marcus Aurelius often discussed the impermanence of the world, asserting that our resistance to change stems from illusions of stability. He advocated for a flexible approach to life, where we are responsive and adaptive like nature itself. For him, every change, even unwelcome ones, represented a chance for growth, and the testing of our virtues. Ceasing resistance to change means accepting and expecting it as an integral part of existence. It also entails freeing oneself from excessive attachment to current states, whether it's work, relationships, financial status, or personal identity. Life is unpredictable, and many aspects are beyond our control. Resilience isn't just about passively enduring change, it involves actively engaging with a changing environment to extract wisdom and personal growth. How can we embody this in daily life? Begin by reflecting on your typical reactions to change. Do you feel anxiety or threat? These are natural emotions that can prompt Stoic contemplation. Assess which aspects of the situation are within your control: your actions, reactions, decisions. Focus your energy there, rather than on the change itself. Another step is to cultivate flexibility in routines and expectations. The more flexible your habits and beliefs, the easier it is to adapt to changes without significant stress. Embracing change also means actively caring for your personal and professional development. In a world of constant flux, ongoing learning is crucial, aligning with the Stoic principle of lifelong learning that helps us stay relevant and resilient regardless of external conditions. Stopping resistance to change requires deep engagement with Stoic principles, accepting the inevitability of life's flow, and viewing each change as an opportunity to strengthen virtues. This not only fortifies us and enhances adaptability, but also aligns us with the true nature of the world, a world of constant motion, where our peace stems not from stability, but from our ability to confidently navigate the currents of change. As we gracefully navigate the currents of change and embrace the virtues of Stoicism, it's important to remember that growth is not just a goal, but an ongoing journey of self-improvement. Each step on this path strengthens our virtues and brings us closer to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Thank you for joining us in our Stoic Journal. If you enjoyed today's discussion, don't forget to watch one of the recommended videos on the screen to further explore how Stoicism can transform your life. Your participation in this community is deeply appreciated. Your support and contributions are invaluable. Keep striving for the best, keep learning, and together we will continue this enriching journey of self-improvement and Stoic wisdom.